Joining us now is Dr. Eric Topol. He is a cardiologist and professor of molecular medicine at Scripps Research. Doctor, thank you for talking to us. Let's start with this news out of Pfizer and BioNTech about their beginning clinical trials for their Omicron-specific COVID-19 vaccine candidate. The Omicron variant has generally appeared to be milder and leads to fewer hospitalizations and fewer deaths. So why do we need this?
Well, good to be with you, Larry. I think, are discounting the severity of Omicron substantially. The toll it's taking on deaths and hospitalizations is important throughout the world, and we'll see a lot more of that. With a booster, we are seeing very pronounced protection from hospitalization, 90% in 3 different independent reports. So the need for this Omicron vaccine isn't because this is a mild version of COVID, but rather can we get further suppression of the infections and transmission? Because even with the booster, it's only about 50%, whereas previously our suppression of infections and transmission was 90% in Delta. So we can do better. The other question, though, Larry, is should we be putting a lot of effort into an Omicron-specific vaccine rather than a pan-coronavirus vaccine?
Because that's the question I was going to ask next, Dr. Topol. Because what happens when there's another variant? Because this virus mutates, and there could be another variant.
Exactly. And that's why I prefer a pan-coronavirus approach, because by the time March or April comes along with this Omicron vaccine, we may already potentially go on to another new variant.
All right, Dr. Anthony Fauci said on CNN today that within the next week or two, the peak of infections here in the U.S. may come down, but he's not willing to go as far as to commit to when the danger will be gone and we'll have learned to live with COVID. So in your opinion, when will we get to that endemic phase we've been hearing about and everybody is really waiting to get to?
Well, I'd rather call it containment because endemic has the word end in it, and this is not an end by any means. But the containment we'll probably see starting in February. We're already in a descent in the U.S. now. Beginning hospitalizations have dropped down from 160 to 150,000. The cases are coming down. So we'll in the weeks ahead, we'll start to see trends towards containment. But the real question is, what happens after that? Hopefully, we'll be in a more quiet state for some time, months. But we still face, because we don't have the world containment, global vaccine equity, we still face a recurrence of a significant variant in the months ahead.
That leads into my next question, because I spoke to the World Health Organization's regional director for Europe yesterday, and he thinks Europe is still a little further from endemicity because infections might only peak in March. In the connected world we live in, people travel all around the world, so any gains made here in the U.S., could that be wiped out because of travel connections from, say, Asia or Europe or Africa?
Right. Well, I think this is the issue, is we have to have the vast majority of our species, the planet, vaccinated or have prior COVID or both. And we're quite a long ways from that. The low and middle income countries have, relatively scant vaccinations. And we also, because of Omicron, we have to be relying on boosters. So we have this mixed priority of getting more people vaccinated and getting more of the protected people further protected. We can't really stop the travel, and especially travel is going to be much more welcome in the months ahead because we're going to have a lull, and that's going to be good.
Dr. Topol, Israel's COVID advisory panel is officially recommending a 4th vaccine dose for people aged 18 years old. Obviously still needs approval by health authorities there, but Israel has been already giving out 4th booster shots for people over the age of 60, I believe, people in the high-risk group. Where do you stand on 4th shots becoming necessary for everyone?
Well, it's a really good question, Larry, and we don't know. Remember, Israel has the highest Omicron caseload in the world. Every day, they're shattering new records. So the potential value of the 4th dose has to be put in context where they have more circulating virus there than any other place. So we don't know. We haven't seen the data yet. It's possible that people of advanced age will benefit from a 4th shot. But, the protection with 3 shots, even out more than 3 months against Omicron for hospitalizations and deaths is quite good. So we have to see where this is headed. I hope we're not going to be imminently needing a 4th shot widely for adults.
And as you say, which is a line shared by the World Health Organization, there's way too many people in parts of the world that have not had their first shot, and it's not time to be giving out 4th shots to people who already have some level of protection. Dr. Topol, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Larry.